Alright, so let's take the test. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love sends me a loving note, text, email for no special reason, or I hug someone I love. That's hard. I think I would love the loving note. Yeah. Okay. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love doesn't check their phone while we're talking with each other, or someone I love goes out of their way to do something that relieves pressure on me. It's more meaningful to me when I look forward to a holiday because I'll probably get a gift from someone I love, or I hear the words "I appreciate you" from someone I love. Hearing the words "I appreciate you," definitely. Hey guys, it is Nerly and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the 5 love languages. So if you follow me on Instagram, Nerly for Till, you'll know that I have been talking about the 5 love languages for the past week. So I finished reading and I was thinking like, okay, maybe I should do a video about it. I remember I told you guys that I would give a review and, you know, some of the things that I've learned from the book. So that's what I wanted to do. So before I do that, I took the love language test, and I did it before a long time ago, and my results were my primary love language was acts of service, and it kind of changed a little bit, guys. It changed just a little bit, just a tad bit. So words of affirmation, my primary love language, and then the second one is acts of service. So they kind of switched around, and then quality time, physical touch, and then receiving gifts. It actually is in the same order as it was last time. The only thing that changed were the first 2, they switched around. So yeah, it was actually pretty good. I encourage you guys, if you guys haven't taken the test yet, you can still take it. Of course, it's online. Just search up 5 love languages quiz and you guys will be able to find it and all that great stuff. So let's get into this book. There are 5 love languages, as you guys know, as I mentioned before. There are words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, receiving gifts, and acts of service. All right, so I'm just gonna go through a little bit of, you know, what the book talks about as far as the 5 love languages and some of the other details that the book gives us. So there are 5 groups of single adults. There's never married, divorced, separated but not divorced, widowed, and then single parents. So those are the 5 groups of single adults in the world. All right, so it kind of gives a description of each group and how this book can actually help with each group of those single adults. All right, so remember that this is the singles edition, but there's also a marriage edition and also a children's edition. So there are different editions of the 5 love languages. All right, so it talks about how there are a lot of things that changed throughout the world, especially with the age of social media, and we've thought that with the more social media that we would have, that there would be more connection, but actually social media has created this disconnection in a way as well, especially with when we're talking about actually having a relationship, an authentic, real relationship with someone, filled with genuine love. So that's what he talks about in the introduction of this book. So when we talk about the 5 love languages, it's basically to reveal how to keep an emotional love alive, right? Emotional love alive once we come down from the emotional high of starting a relationship. Okay, so you know the beginning phases of a relationship, you already know it's like that lovey-dovey phase. You are in love, you are infatuated with the person. Like that's the first stage of love. And the thing is that people forget that there are other stages as well, that that is to follow. And if you don't have a great foundation, right, if you don't have a great foundation in that relationship, things can easily go south because of that, because there's not really that great foundation to keep you guys together. So whether it be just having things in common, or having the same faith, the same belief, those type of things, it can easily deter and turn into something else if you're not, on a great foundation. So one thing that I want to say about words of affirmation is that words are powerful. The Bible says that the tongue is a powerful weapon, okay? That it can either spring a life or death, okay? And when you think about words of affirmation, this is about encouraging, this is about loving and expressing your love through words. I want to expand on that and talk about also forgiving words as well, because that is also a power that words have, the power to forgive. Like, that is very, very powerful, the power to forgive through your words. So we have to understand that there is power in our words, and that we should be using those words to help others, to build each other up, like the Bible says, and not to tear each other down. So with gifts, when we talk about receiving gifts, we want to make sure that we are giving gifts that are thoughtful to the other person, not to us. Because what I realize is that some people actually give gifts for themselves. Like, they actually think about, like, you know what, I think they would like that because I like that. No, that's not true. That's not always going to help you, because that other person may not like the same things that you like. So when it comes to getting someone a gift, you want to get them something that they would love, something that they would appreciate. And it doesn't have to be expensive, it just has to be thoughtful. So when you think about it, you just have to think about the person. Think about what they like to do, what they like, what they want to do, what they always talk about, what interests them, because this is going to help you when you're looking for a gift for someone else. And it could be the smallest thing. When someone's love language is receiving gifts, it doesn't have to be their birthday, it doesn't have to be a holiday, it could be anything. It could be a normal day, and it could just be a just because gift, and they would love it, they would appreciate it. When you give someone a gift and you were thinking about them and actually expressing the fact that you were thinking about them, I think that's an amazing thing. So the other love language is acts of service. So that is my number 2. When you actually help someone out that has the love language of acts of service, like, that speaks volumes to them, because it's like you're taking the burden or responsibility off of them, and you're actually doing it for them. And the thing is that for acts of service person like myself, it's hard to ask for help. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's hard to ask for help. But the thing is that someone offering help, like, that speaks volumes. Like, we may say no at first, like we may say like, no, it's okay, you don't have to, but we know that help would be definitely appreciated. So even if they turn you down first, like the first time, like, okay, no, it's all right, I got it, ask again, because sometimes we could get a little hard-headed and we think like it's all right, we could do it ourselves, because we have so much on our plate and we don't want to burden anybody. But when you actually ask and you offer that help, like, that just speaks volumes to us. So you think of someone that has that love language, acts of service, think about what you can do for them, whether it's washing the dishes, like I said on social media, or washing the car, or picking up their kids for them. Like, something, it doesn't have to be big or small, it's just the fact that you're helping and helping them just take that load off of them. Like, that's amazing. The next love language is quality time. So quality time is my 3rd, and it's just all about togetherness. It doesn't mean that we have to spend like 3 hours together or the whole day together. It's about just spending quality time. So that means that we're having quality conversation, quality activities, that we are actively listening to each other, and we are together in mind, body, spirit, like we're together. Okay, so that is all about spending quality time together. Okay, those are the things that equals quality time. You know, those are the things that actually equal quality time. And then the last love language is physical touch. Okay, so with this, there might be some different perspectives, of course. The main thing is that you never want to force yourself on anyone. So if someone has the love language of physical touch, you need to make sure that there are still boundaries in place, because you never want to offend someone. You never want to just actually cross a boundary. So with physical touch, especially when we're talking about friendships or family members or whatever it is, we're talking about affirming tender touches. Like this can be like a pat on the shoulder, or a pat on the back, or just a high five. Like these are like affirming tender touches. When we're talking about relationships, we're talking about holding hands, hugs, things of that nature as well, you know. So you want to just make sure that you are, you know, being respectful of that individual, and making sure that, you know, if their love language is not physical touch, they may not want to hug. There's some people who don't like hugs, so you have to be okay with that, and you have to know, like, okay, they're not a hugger, so maybe they like high fives, you know. So you just have to make sure that you're respecting other people and their space, right? And even though your love language is physical touch, that doesn't mean that their love language is physical touch. So you just have to be aware of that. All right, this is a really great book. I think that you guys should definitely get it if you don't have it. I know that there are different prices, but right here it says $15.99. I know you could get it at Amazon, you could get it at Barnes and Nobles, you could get it anywhere, I think, that sells books, basically. So if you don't have it, definitely get it. And if you have any comments or questions, concerns, you can definitely put it down in the comment section, and I will definitely comment back and give you guys any feedback that that you need, or answer any questions that you guys have. Thank you guys for watching again. If this is your first time, just make sure that you subscribe and that you like this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.